Right. We have no information on that. Right. I mean, it's one of those things that at this early stages of these things, we can only speculate. But yeah, at this point, we don't know how this person was able to get in through what is a very secure gate. It's a very, as a couple of folks have mentioned, this is a very historic building, a series of buildings, and there's only a couple ways in. It's essentially built like a fortress. There are brick walls, very tall brick walls that surround it, so you can't even see what most of the buildings inside the complex from the street.
Thanks, Evan. We're going to listen to a bit to a local affiliate there, their coverage of this event, WJLA. Let's listen.
Jumi, we're going to try to confirm about the other victims that we're hearing about and get back to you.
Okay, Natasha, thank you. And also the Washington Post, just within the past minute or so, reporting that the gunman has barricaded himself in a room. This is why it is so important for anybody in that area to pay attention to this order to stay indoors, especially if you're working at the Navy Yard, because they are still trying to get this gunman. Police there on the scene. We know DC police are on the scene, Capitol Police, Park Police, military police as well. Let's go back out to our John Gonzalez. He is on the scene as well. John, any update to what you're seeing?
Well, Jumi, just to add to what you're saying, you're absolutely right. That order to stay indoors for people, that lockdown situation right now, for people to not go in or out of the buildings if they're outside already. You see down the sidewalk here on L Street, you see the folks, obviously folks that are dressed to go to work. They were ready to go to work this morning. They're not being allowed any closer in. And just like every corner around this quadrant of the city right now, it is shut down to vehicular traffic. Police have basically stationed themselves at each corner, at each city block. And we're talking DC police being assisted right now with by Capitol Police and the ATF. If we spin around here, we've got our media friends over here, everyone's setting up. But just beyond them, you see the police activity. They've basically stationed themselves, and just beyond there, you see the lights on, and you can hear the sirens, I'm sure. There's going to be a DC police officer coming through here. Just a lot of controlled chaos is the best way to put it right now. When we were driving to the area, it was gridlock. As you can imagine, 295, 695, all of the exit ramps to get into this section of town were closed off. DC police officers standing outside of their vehicles, and the Marine barracks, which isn't far. The Navy Yard is over here. The Marine barracks on this side. You have the Marine, the guards outside, armed, stationed outside. They've evacuated that building as a precaution right now, and really the whole area is shut down at this point as a precaution as this active search continues for this gunman at around 8:20 this morning inside, and we'll show you the scene live here. You see all the fire trucks and the paramedics, the emergency vehicles, more and more vehicles arriving each moment, really, each minute, and it is just a very tense situation as they try to stabilize the scene, control the scene, making sure that no one gets in or out at this hour. I'll send it back to you for now.
Okay, John, thank you so much.